Well, again, I wanted to show you this little gadget I picked up today. It's a little Primus um, stove for camping, and just wanted to. This camera wants to tip over on me, so I'll see if I can keep it steady. Basically, it's a really compact little stove and really cool Swedish design, and that's basically what it looks like. The main part of it, and the legs. Hope you can see that. The legs kind of fold out, or I guess they're legs, but also the pot support. This, by the way, is for my bug out bag that I'm putting together, so it balances like that. I'm not going to light it here because this is on a bed cover, but I'm just opening out of the package to show you here. And basically, it's got this pump which connects to this hose by just pushing in on this button here. Connects up, and then there's this white fuel, which is otherwise known as Coleman fuel or naphtha gas. But you can use, I was reading up on this, you can use, this is preferred fuel, white gas. You can also use kerosene, you can also use diesel fuel, you can also use unleaded gasoline in this stove, which is really great because it's very versatile. You can get different kinds of fuel. Anyways, what you do is you fill this tank up to about here, up to this line. And this is a pressure tank. This is an aluminum tank. It's got a cap on the top. And if it was full, imagine if it was full, if I was to put, fuel in from here up to here, and then I would just make sure to hold it up straight, of course, and then put the pump into it and make sure that it doesn't cross thread. Thread it on, line it up, line the threads up. There we go. I think I finally got them. Yep. Okay. So now I make sure I keep the valve closed, and then just begin to pump it. And now, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. If I open up this valve, you hear that? That's just air, mind you, but that would be pressurized gaseous fuel coming out because it's taking the fuel off the top, right? And now, what it does when this lights is the fuel goes up through this pipe, and it goes across the flame through this, so it superheats the fuel, the gaseous fuel, and then it goes in to the aerator, so then it mixes with air. Here there's a little hole in a screen there, I don't know if you can see that right there. There's a hole in there and a screen, so it sucks air in as well. So now you got a mixture of fuel and air coming out of here, which you then ignite, and you just make sure that you keep the tank far enough away. That's why it's got a bit of a longer tube. Keep the tank away from the burner, and then you put your pot up on here, and you can regulate the height of the flame with this here valve. So you can do a good boil by opening it up wide and get a nice big flame, hot flame. When you're ready to simmer, you can just turn back on the valve and just let it simmer. One of these days I should do one where I show you, actually, when I'm out camping sometime, I'll show you what it looks like to do some cooking on this thing. But what I like about it is very light, very versatile. It seems to be well reviewed and relatively cheap. This particular setup was about $85. It was $16 for the bottle. And mind you, these are top-notch prices. I didn't buy them in any discount store. I bought them at a high-end sort of boutique camping store. And the Coleman, I got this at Canadian Tire. It was $10 for the bottle, but I could get 4 times this for $20. And the kerosene is cheaper, and then of course diesel fuel is cheaper again, and gasoline and so on. I wouldn't want to use gasoline. It sounds a bit dangerous, but diesel fuel works as well. But they say that you get it's a little bit more smoky. You get a bit of soot on the bottom of your pot. But in a pinch, diesel fuel is about $1 a liter instead of $10 a liter. So significantly cheaper and available pretty much anywhere. So is this stuff, mind you. But yeah, so I want to find myself a good pot too. Like I say, I'm getting my bug out bag together pretty well, and this was my latest addition because I'm going to do an overnight hike pretty soon, and I wanted to be able to cook something. So when I do that hike, I shall document something and let you know how it works. All right, great chatting. Talk again soon.